Alright everybody, welcome back to another You Decide series, and we can actually play more maps this week because the Blood Moon event is over. So if you've never played Phasmo before, you at least get to... You're hunting? No, okay. You can at least get to know that. How these maps at? Alright. Listen to the footstep speed. No sanity, no evidence. Alright, make your determination. Was that normal speed? Was that faster? Was that slower? Also, side note, you only have to hold one door closed. If the ghost opens this door in the closet, do not come over here and close it. You don't have to do that. Just hold this one shut. This one can be wide open for all that matters. Just hold this one shut. You're going to be safe. Too many times I see people, you know, want to hide like this and say, oh god, if the ghost opens it, I gotta close it fast. Like if it goes open, they're like, oh god, oh god. And if they do that, no, God, no, God. You don't have to. Watch. The only way the ghost finds you here is if it detects your electronics, or you don't have push talk on, and they hear you. Alright. So, since we already kind of did that again, y'all should know, make your determination on footstep speed. Obviously, after footstep speed, we want to observe the ghost, right? Yes, we do. Observe the ghost. How about you? So we can get another one of you. I don't know where exactly it's spawning at. It's one of those bedrooms. Either the boys' bedroom, nursery. I don't really know. But here's what I do know. Is that I kind of want to go into the garage here. No, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Okay. Let's see. We can try to get some more things set up. Make your determination from looking at the ghost. Did it blink funny? Was it possibly, you know, Oni, Phantom? Was it normal speed? Was it who to who? All right. Alright, do you think you can make the determination there from what it was? I think you can, personally. I have my choice. What's yours? That's right, this ghost was a poltergeist, which you could kind of tell based on the amount of throws, but more so also the forcefulness of the throws. So let's go through sort of how we got to that point. So again, we went in, we got hunted, we listened to the footsteps. Footsteps was normal speed, which in your mind, normal speed should mean that we can eliminate right away, especially on 0 sanity, 0 evidence. Revenant, because Revenants would have been slower. Hauntus, because Hauntus would have been slower. Dios would have found us. Moroys would have been really fast. Raiju we could not eliminate right off the bat, but we'll get to that. Thay would have been really fast as well. Twins would have been slightly slower, slightly faster. So we knew based on that, that was it. Once we left out, while I was giving my whole spiel on the hiding spot, we did know that it did step in salt, so therefore it was not a Wraith. After that, on the second hunt, we listened to footsteps again, confirmed it was normal, and ruled out... actually, we didn't rule out a Raiju yet. That was just fine. Nothing else we could do with that one. Third hunt, when we went back in and we're in the garage, we could rule out a few things. Right away, now we finally get to the Raiju, eliminating that. We knew that it was that because it would have been faster around the motion sensor that we placed because it was, I think it was in the nursery, was the actual ghost room there. When we looked at the ghost, we did know that it was not a phantom because it was normal blinks, so not an Oni either. Phantoms would have been more invisible, harder to see. Onis would have been more visible than that. It was not a Jinn because it did not increase speed. Jinn's ability is kind of hard to pick up on as a beginner, but it was not that. I didn't really feel like it was a Myling. Wasn't sure about that. It was not a yokai because it did come to us when we activated our radio. It came right into the garage there. While we were in the garage, I was sus of Polty there. I was sus of Polty. That's why I decided to go ahead, set up a Polty line and a Polty thing on the island there, which we were able to end up doing. And you can kind of tell the stuff just went everywhere. That's how we knew it was a Polty that last hunt. We also knew that it was not a spirit because it hunted less than 3 minutes. But we were already sus of Polty. It was a Polty. I do like to joke a lot that I always get yokais on this map, so therefore this ghost will end up being a yokai. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know why. It just always seems that way. Every single time I do this, you decide. Okay. I did want at least a motion sensor for our electronic item. And again, this is one of my favorite spots of all. Absolutely amazing. Great visual stuff. Oh, I didn't do the salt. I didn't do the salt. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. There we go. Okay. Forgot to do the salt there. That could be an important check. Be an important check. Or this is the ghost room. It's shade. It's not why it's hunting. Please. We are like almost 2 minutes into this game and it has not hunted us. How? Is this... I'm curious. Where are you hunting from? I mean, that's pretty much what I figured. It's a beautiful yokai test right there. Not a yokai. We know what the ghost is. Do I really want to give it away? Not really. Hopefully you just picked up on it and you were already sus of it. So obviously that ghost was a Wraith there because it did not step in the salt. That's why I did a little cheeky peekies from the cheeky peekies inception right there. No, it did not step in the salt. I was kind of sus of it already because the only really way that Crucifix would kind of use the motion sensor, or like I feel like if the ghost was there in the ghost room, it would have walked in the salt at some point. So I thought it was a Wraith teleporting to us that caused that, because I really feel like it would have roamed something like that. So I was going to get the EMF reader to verify if we could get a Wraith teleport. Then it hunted it, then it stepped in the salt. So we knew kind of right away that that was going to be a Wraith. Let's do Edgefield again. That was a nice quick one, but we really didn't learn too much there. I don't know why I always feel the need to just, like, use a motion sensor when I can just do a flashlight. I think it's because I'm used to, like, not using a flashlight. Having flashlights off, but let's see what the ghost is. I was hoping I could kind of time it right to where it would not... I would not have to use the smudge there, but... Thank you for not bursting out my lights. That was rather nice of you. So, think, what did you learn about the footsteps? And did you get a chance to observe the ghost or not? That's... Are you, like, down here now, by chance? I don't know. I wanted to go turn that light on, but I think we'll be fine. Did the ghost room move into the garage, though? I really wish I kind of had the regular... Is that you or something else? Touching a lot of doors. I think I might have... I didn't realize the time. I'm very sus. I'm just gonna leave that running. I don't know if it hit it or not. This was something that I wanted to try. And if it's what I think it is... I'm gonna try it this time, though. I believe. I believe. Okay. So this is very interesting. Did not redo my smudge timer. Alright, I think I know what this ghost is now. Let's see if we're right. That's right, it was Polty again, and that one was very interesting. I was not necessarily overly sus of Polty during that first hunt, but let's go through what we did together. So right away, listening to the footsteps, you knew it was going to be normal speed. So again, Revenant slow, Hantu is slow in that situation, Moroi fast, Dia would have found us, they would have been fast, Twins, slightly faster, slightly slower. We also knew right away not a Raiju because we did have our flashlight there and it stayed that normal speed. Also after that first hunt, we also knew it was not going to be a yokai because it did come to us when we activated our radio. Yokais would not do that there. After that hunt, we did know that it was a Wraith. Now, if you did not look at it, weren't really sure because you're focusing on footsteps, you should have noticed after the second time that it was not going to be a phantom because it was normal blinks. So phantoms would have been more invisible, Onis would have been more visible, Jin would have came towards us faster when we were out in the open and activated that. So it was getting, I honestly was still not even that sus of a Polty. Spirit was where I was leaning towards because it didn't hunt for 3 minutes. And so I was going to try the trick where you smudge it at about, I realized it too late where I realized what the time was. It ended up hunting like right after 1:30 again anyway. So I was like, I don't think that's going to be a spirit now. And then during that hunt, it was like flinging things like crazy. And I was like, oh, I think that's a Polty, but with the way that it was acting, I mean, let's make sure it's not a mimic. We didn't see the orbs, so we just went with Polty. We were right. Did you get it right? We gotta get a good game of fridge view in there. We gotta get a good game of fridge view. So let's drop our stuff over here. We do have a lighter. I think that's kind of all we need. And you are over here. Alright, Phantasmoplasma, Phantasmoplasma. Which one is your ghost room? Is that back there? Turned off the breaker? Okay. letting y'all think through that, because as I was thinking through things, I think I know what this ghost is. I have a hunch. Alright, I think that told us exactly everything that we needed to know. Do you know what the ghost is? Let's find out. That's right, it was the twins, which was kind of surprising originally before it started hunting, which let's get into. Let's talk about it. So I was actually thinking that this thing was going to possibly be a roamer, like a Banshee, Wraith, or a Phantom. I was highly sus at Banshee, honestly. That's what I for sure thought it was. Because I was hearing stuff around the house, which, again, actually plays into the twins, right? So it burned the crucifix by the front door. But I was hearing stuff sounded like around the desk or wherever that way. And I was like, that sounds kind of weird. But then it turns out the ghost room was the kitchen, which was interesting, but I was still hearing things elsewhere, and it did the singing ghost event too, and I was like, this thing has to be a Banshee, right? Well, after that first hunt, I actually thought that it was slightly slower. So I knew it was going to not be normal speed ghost, so actually none of these. We also knew, I think it stepped in the salt prior to the hunt. It was not slow enough to be a Rev either. Hantu is very sus as well. I wasn't sure about Mimic. Like, I was down to Hantu, Twins, or Mimic. The thing with it sounded like it started slow, which Hantu should have been faster, I felt like. So I was thinking Twins. I was just going to check with the breath the next hunt. So I thought that first hunt was slightly slower. Then the next hunt was slightly faster. We did not see the breath of the Hantu, so I knew it was going to be the Twins. I wasn't thinking Mimic. Alright. That's kind of fun, though, you know, when the ghost kind of tricks you into thinking that it's like something else. Like, I find that highly enjoyable. Get you into thinking one thing, and it turns out to be completely different. But, to be fair, the Twins do kind of seem like a roaming ghost at times, so kind of makes sense when you think about it like that. Alright, let's see what we can figure out. Maybe I'll put one of you back, and I might... we'll just throw it on the ground. I might get a paramic instead. So make your determination on footstep speed there. Was it faster, slower, normal? Alright, make your determination there. Was that faster, slower, normal speed? I wanted to try to turn on the breaker, but honestly, I think based on the footstep speed alone, we can actually figure out what this ghost is. That's right, it was the Twins again. It was slightly faster that first hunt, and then slightly slower that second hunt. Alright. Yeah, it's Mr. Nakey. Alright, make your determination on what you thought there. But, anyways, what I was gonna say before I got rudely hunted was, I always make up this statistic that has no bearing on the game. But, I always say whenever you get one ghost, the next game you have a 50% chance of getting that same ghost. And we had back-to-back twins, so seems to happen a lot. We also had 2 Polties. So, was it 3 back-to-back twins? Huh? Was it 3 back-to-back twins? Was it? I'm gonna go ahead and say no, it was not. It was not 3 back-to-back twins there, or else I'd be pretty shocked if it was. All right. What else can we do? Where did it start from? Let me grab you. Let me start around here. Hopefully made a good determination. Look, I helped you. I eliminated 1 ghost for you. You should be extremely grateful for that. Look, I would never pick up the phone for Mr. Nakey. I'm just saying. No, not answering, Mr. Nakey. Not answering. You could call me 15 times. That phone will stay ringing. Well, yes and no, I guess, then. Okay. Weird. Alright, well, let's go get some things, then. Let's go get some things. Not answering! I guess I get some firelights that might come in, handy. Did I really not have a lighter? No, no, no. Edit it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Okay. Had smudge with no lighters. We're super awesome. So, like, is this your room? Sure seems that way. Mr. Nakey, eh? Why don't you go out? I don't know. We'll just keep it closed for now. If you didn't know switching it off like that will get rid of the annoying sounds. So now all we gotta do is listen to the footsteps and not listen to Mr. Nakey heavy breathing. Because he can't, because he gets winded just trying to put on clothes. Okay. Sorry, I'm probably talking over the footsteps. You're like, I'm trying to listen to the footsteps. Fair, but you know, I don't think you need to listen to footsteps anymore. I think I told you everything you needed to know about the footsteps. Honestly, I think everything you need to know about the footsteps is said and done. It's just gonna be a case of I do not know. Okay, I'm gonna stay in here. We got to do some other tests here. Gots to. That's fair. Okay. Very interesting. I think... So I think I know what the ghost is. You know, we can double check, make sure there are no orbs. It makes sense, but doesn't at the same time. It kind of shocking. Mostly shocking because I never get Mr. Nikis like this. Never. They're usually the opposite. Alright, I think we good to go. Do you know what the ghost is? I think I do now. Yeah, it was a phantom. That's why it threw me off so much. Mr. Nakis are never phantoms. They don't want to hide their nakedness. They want to be Onis and show it to you as much as possible. But besides the point, let's go through how we did that, which it made sense at the end because I was really feeling like it was a stalker. Like I was pretty sus that it was a stalking ghost. So right away I knew it was normal speed. So it was not going to be a Revenant or a Hantu, because they would have been slower. Twins would have been slightly faster, slightly slower, as we are well aware. Diothe Moroi would have been faster or found us. Raiji would have been faster there, and we did see it step in the salt, so we knew that it was not a Wraith. Looking at it, again, I was not sure. We didn't really get a great look at it that first time. It was kind of dark, kind of, you know, whatever. It didn't strike me as an Oni, though. So, but I still wanted to get a better look at it later. So after that, I knew it was not going to be a Myling because we could hear it like in that little semicircle. We could hear the ghost footsteps and noises. That was kind of like just what else we were testing. Is I wanted to get another good look at it. We could then rule out an Onryo as well as a Shade, because it did hunt in the room and it blew the crucifix, or used the crucifix over a firelight. So I was able to rule out an Onryo there. And to turn off the breaker so we could rule out a Jinn, because I was thinking about trying to test for a Jinn that last time. But when we did get a good look at it, I was like, wait a minute, is that a phantom? Like, that was a phantom that was not like... I didn't really notice it right away. I don't know why. I was like, wait, are you a phantom? I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm used to seeing Mr. Naki all the time. His image haunts my mind forever. But it was a phantom. It was more invisible rather than visible. Yeah. Alright, we're going to be doing our Camp Woodwind strat here. Well, not really a strat. We're just going to be playing Camp Woodwind because I want the Ranger badge. And my current progress is 19 out of 20 on it. Alright, so are you right here, or are you a roamer or a stalker? The age-old question that will be as old as time. I still needed you anyway, so... So, let's see what it will be, shall we? Seriously? Alright, please be right there and... burn it again. I don't even care. I was so close to doing that without a smudge, and I would have been highly, highly proud of myself, but... Alright, let's take a quick look-sees for orbs. Otherwise, I think we should be able to tell what that ghost is. I don't see any orbs, which is almost a little surprising, considering I guess it switched around rooms. I don't know. Either way, do you know what that ghost was? I hope you did. That's right. It was a good old Revenant, which was kind of surprising. I knew it was fast right away. I thought it was a Thay. I don't know how it got line of sight with us, but We eventually looped it enough that it somehow broke line of sight, started to slow down again, then it saw line of sight. Those picnic tables with line of sight, I have no idea what the angles are for it. It can be very annoying at times, but one progress closer. Let's get some more. Alright, let's see how this one will go. Alright, hopefully we get more easy ones with the last game. Where are you? Are you spawning in the white tent, or are you spawning in the courtyard here, or in between? That's my question, because I'd like to get some firelight set up. Alright, very well with it. Very well, very well. Let's get you. Stop it. I do kind of need to be in there, but I do want to get some motion sensors as well, though. What the hell else do I have? God dang it. Okay, well, I wanted some, but we do need to kind of be in here now. Not that I'm really thinking that's a lot of what it is, but, you know, you never know. Okay. I don't... Well, we can reset the timer. I don't think... Okay. Okay, so the ghost is in here. Okay. This is going to be down to one of a few annoying ghosts, I think, that I don't think is going to be really worth the time or effort to guess. I have one in mind, I think, and just to kind of steer you, I don't know if you're thinking the same thing. I think the fact that it's hunted in the same place is kind of the biggest giveaway, so I don't know if that's right, though. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking of, just based on... It never seemed to roam very far out. Like, if it did go out, it came, like, right back in. And it always hunted from that same place. And we ruled out a lot of ghosts. So let's... Again, it was just a crapshoot. It could have been... Well, we'll go through it. We'll go through it. So, first off, it was normal speed ghost. So, normal speed meant that we could rule out Revenant, Hauntu, Dio, Moroi, Raiju, Thay, Twins. We never really checked for Mimic, but it did hunt the same each time. We did do a yokai test. It did come to us when it wasn't going to, which leads me to think it did pick up the radio. But again, line of sight there is kind of wonky. I didn't feel like it threw enough to be a Polty. It did step in the salt, so it was not a Wraith. It was normal blinks, so not a Phantom, not an Oni. Did turn off the breaker, so it wasn't a Djinn, but we already kind of did the Djinn test. It was just normal line of sight speed up. We did look at it a lot. It was never an Obake. It did hunt on top of lit candles and hunt in the same room as us, as well as do interactions with us, so not necessarily a shade. It did hunt prior to 3 minutes for the smudge, so not a spirit. We kind of heard the ghost fairly well, even when it was kind of away from us, so I was willing to kind of rule out Myling there. Did we really get a great Myling test in? Not necessarily. Banshee, it always stayed in that area, so I was not really thinking Banshee. It's gonna come down to these. Mare with the light switch, never did it. Never really roamed out of the lit area either, though, so I really wasn't thinking Mare. Demon, we could have tested for some more, but it never really... Didn't really seem like it was fast hunts. Never did an early hunt, so wasn't really thinking Demon. If it was down to Yurei and Goryo, which is really kind of down to these four anyways, can you get a Yurei door slam on a tent flap? Some say you can. I don't know. I haven't really picked up on if it's a different sound or not. Goryo, it just didn't change rooms. I think for Camp Woodwind, that's really rare because it seems to go all over on Camp Woodwind. So the fact it kept hunting from that same area just led me to think Goryo. If you would like to do more You Decide, you can go ahead and click or tap the screen now. Thank you so much to all the channel members for the extra support and the Twitch subscribers. I really do appreciate all of you. Happy hunting, everybody, and let's play along some more.